boy, Bear. You gonna let me talk on camera today? Well, what's up, guys? This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead here with Bear, the livestock guard dog. He kind of protects our flock for us. He's a good boy. Anyways, I kind of wanted to make this video because it's just going to be a follow-up video to a video I posted several days ago, and that was one where we took our goats to the butcher. Woo! Got them in, Houston. And in that video, if you guys haven't seen that, I'll leave a link to that video. We had 3 goats processed this year. They were raised here on our farm. And that video has taken off and done extremely well. Bear, I know you want some loving. That's okay, buddy. That video has done extremely well for our channel. And I kind of wanted to address a few things to clear up a few questions on that video. So here we go. A lot of people in that video really just can't seem to stand the thought that we would go out and harvest goats and eat them for food. Well, here's the thing. Worldwide, goat is the #1 consumed meat. Worldwide, there's no other meat more popular than goats. And I think that's because goats are super easy to raise. I like beef, I love beef. We have beef in the freezer. We processed one about 2 years ago and got hundreds of pounds of meat. And beef is great. But I wanted to show on my channel, goats are good for meat too. So there's really kind of 2 worlds when it comes to goats. You've got dairy goats and meat goats. And then the rest of the world has thrown in there pets. There's a lot of goats that are pets. And that's okay, isn't it, Bear? Some people like to have goats as pets, huh? I like to have Bear as a pet. He's a good boy. So the pet market is kind of one thing. But basically they're nothing but meat goats that are being, used as pets. So everyone seems to be comfortable with going out and raising beef cows and dairy cows. When it comes to goats, everyone is comfortable with dairy goats, but not meat goats. And I just don't understand that because, guys, these aren't dogs and cats. They're livestock. Goats are intended to be livestock. And livestock are raised for the production of food for us. Now, it is what it is. And I'm not making this video to attack anybody in any way. And I know, at least here in the United States, even in Oklahoma, eating goat meat isn't a very popular thing. It's just not a thing. It's just not available in the grocery stores very many places. I've had a few people in the comment section of that last video say that they can get goat meat at their local grocery store, but it's usually going to be either Hispanic or ethnic grocery stores. Here in Oklahoma, it's just almost impossible to find, and the few people that have said they have been able to find it at their grocery store said it ranges anywhere from $5 to $7 per pound for goat meat. That's crazy. That's expensive. So why would you want to raise goats for meat? Well, not everyone has huge blocks of land. I'm pretty fortunate. I live on 110 acres, and we've had cows several times here on our property. But as you can see, and I've talked about this a million times on my channel, look behind me. There's not a lot of pasture land on my property. It's mostly timber. So I prefer goats because they help me manage my property. But a lot of people have limited access to land. So if you've got, 1 acre, you can raise several goats and put fresh meat on your table for your family. I think in America, we've just become so accustomed to meat is beef and pork, and that's about it. Here we've raised rabbits, and we butchered rabbits and eaten them. We've got goats, we raise those for meat. This is the first year we've actually processed any, and I'm telling you what, we cooked some ground hamburger meat last night from those goats and made tacos. Guys, all right, if you're following me on Instagram or Snapchat, you already know those tacos were amazing. There's just no comparing the quality of food when you raise it yourself, whether it's a goat, a pig, beef, whatever. If you can go out there and you know what you fed that animal, you know how you treated that animal, you know how that animal lived every day of its life, the food tastes so much better. It is absolutely no different than, say, gardening. I tell people all the time, there's no comparing a grocery store tomato to a homegrown tomato that you grew yourself. The taste comparison is off the charts. They're not even the same. They shouldn't even both be called tomatoes, literally. It's the same way with meat. Come out here and you raise an animal, you harvest the animal, you put that meat in your freezer, and then you pull it out and cook it for your family. I promise you. Hang on. Bear's needing some attention. If you go out there and you raise that meat yourself, those animals yourself, there's no comparison. It's just like the tomatoes. And it just makes you feel good about yourself. I promise, it really does. So I don't see anything wrong with eating goats. Now, she might. Oh, mama, where'd you go? She may not be she may not prefer I raise goats to eat. Skip here, prime example. We love our animals. I mean, look, this is Skip. This was a bottle baby that my son raised.
That I have that malto species, and it's 1 cup of the measuring cup in there.
What you got there, Houston?
Baby.
You taking a bottle baby home?
Yeah.
You think we don't have enough goats? Oh my goodness.
You'll at least get 3 feedings out of it.
I've got a little.
What are you gonna name her? You have to think about it.
He'll hold it. We've carried a.
You know, we take care of our animals, but that doesn't mean, just because we harvest them for meat, doesn't mean we don't love them and care for them. I know, it's totally weird. A lot of people don't understand it. There is nothing wrong with butchering a goat, like this big, mean, ugly Billy right here. I'm not gonna eat him. But this guy right here makes some awesome table fare in his offspring.
She only had 1?
She only had 1.
Because she couldn't eat.
He looks just like the daddy too. Looks just like our Kiko Billy.
It does.
What's up, little buddy? Can you catch him, Houston?
Yeah. Okay.
So things like this come up, you know, after we start posting videos on YouTube and putting our life out to the public. And I'm okay with that. I don't mind somebody questioning us in the comment section. It doesn't bother me a bit. There's some hateful comments on that video, and that's okay. I just block some people and go on. But that's not what this video is about. I'm not here to address the haters. I know some people are gonna hate us for eating meat, and that's okay. I'm all right with it. But I'm doing these videos about goats and raising a meat goat herd to show you guys that are interested in getting your families out of the city, into the country, and on a small farm of sorts. You may not have room to raise a cow. And then, even if you do have the room to raise a cow, you may not have the money to go buy a trailer, a big, huge trailer. The facilities, everything that goes into raising cows is much more expensive than a 100-pound goat. I mean, you can literally haul them in the back seat of your vehicle if you had to. Put them in a dog crate. Well, you may not want to put Big Stinky like him in a dog crate in the back. But when we hauled our goats to the processor, you saw we put 3 goats in a dog cage in the back of my pickup. If you're raising beef cows, you're just not going to be able to do that. So it's a lot easier for people to get into producing their own meat with goats than it is with beef. So I think it's just a great entry-level option. Plus, the quality of the food. I mean, there's just so many good things about these guys. Come here, mama. She's not gonna come to me. She's like, yeah, I'm not sure about you. Bear likes me though, don't you, buddy? So anyways, guys, I just kind of wanted to address that because we've been getting so many comments on the goat processing video. I plan on making more videos on this subject. I have an entire playlist of goat care and maintenance. If you haven't checked that out, be sure to check that out on our channel. We're gonna do more goat cooking videos because I cook some of those goat chops. They're just like a pork chop. Not quite as white of a meat, but they look a lot like a pork chop, and they are delicious. The hamburger meat, oh my gosh. I mean, if you're not following me on Instagram, Snapchat, and all that stuff, go follow me. We posted all kinds of stuff on our stories when we were cooking that yesterday, and I was blown away. That was the first hamburger meat out of the goats that we processed that I had eaten, and it was amazing. So anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. I hope that helps clear some of the congestion, clear up some of the mud. There's nothing wrong with raising meat goats for meat. I've raised a lot of meat goats over the years, raised them up and sold them, and most of them just went off to market. They went to a processor and somebody else turned them into table fare. So there's nothing wrong with me raising a few, processing them, and turning them into food for my family. And I'm not ashamed of that, and I will never be ashamed of that. These are not pets. These are farm animals. This, Bear's somewhat a pet. He's a livestock guardian. Gemma over there, the little weenie dog that you can barely see, Gemma's a pet. Goats, livestock. Gemma the weenie dog, a pet. There's a difference. I see a difference. That doesn't mean I don't treat my livestock well. Anyways, I could rant on for hours. That's not what this is about. Guys, thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I'd really love for you to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate you guys watching all of our videos. It just makes things awesome. Anyways, that's all I've got for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Y'all have a great day, and as always, we'll see you on the next video. Come on, you can do it. There you go. If you can do it without climbing on me, that'd be great. You can do it without climbing on me, Mama Goat.